Oi, gente, bom dia. Mais uma semana que a gente cumpriu aqui. E a alegria enorme da gente, sabe o que é? Saber que você está assistindo a aula, que você está acompanhando tudo, que você está respondendo, trazendo as dúvidas. E a gente aqui, reunido, a equipe do Colégio Antares, para que você faça cada vez desse momento o melhor momento para vocês, nessa exata história que nós estamos construindo. Parabéns pelo empenho, parabéns pela presença e quero desejar a cada um de vocês e à família de vocês um final de semana bem bacana e especialmente um final de semana muito saudável. Até segunda-feira, se Deus quiser. Um abraço grande. Agora quem vem é a professora de inglês. I'm going to call. Can you please come, Alhandra?
Yes, sure. You see, we are a bilingual team. Oops, it's off.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, you see? Everyone's bilingual here. I told you guys. Okay, anyways, good to know about your future plans. It was fantastic, okay? We're going to keep doing these kind of activities like I promised the first class. But now, we're going to exercise the future, okay? So I want you guys to grab your books. I hope you have your books there with you, because we're going to work on exercise 1, page 74. Considering all we've discussed, all we've talked about regarding the future with going to, the future with will, the present continuous, and the simple present used for future situations, I want you guys to complete the sentences. So you are going to decide on what future is ideal for each one of the sentences according to the idea. Okay? And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds for each sentence. And then you do it, and then we discuss the answer. Okay? I think it's better than letting you do it for a longer time and taking too long. So let's see if it works. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do A, we correct it, and then we go to B. Okay? So, A, go. It, in the mountains, tomorrow evening. It in the mountains tomorrow evening. So, did you guys write will, going to, simple present or present continuous? Renatinha, alguém colocou alguma coisa aí? Will, going to? No? Oh, will. Perfect. Will. Why is it will? Because you are making a prediction, but nothing in the sentence holds the idea that we have facts to support that, right? So it's a simple prediction. It will snow in the mountains tomorrow evening. Perfect. For letter B, tonight, my friend. Tonight, my friend. I'm waiting. Let's make it simpler. If you think it's present continuous, you're going to write PC. If you think it's simple present, you're going to write SP. If you think it's will, you write will or going to, okay? Because this way Renata can let me know. But perfect. Someone answered, tonight I am meeting my friend. Fantastic. Why is it present continuous? Because it's an immediate future, right? It's very close. It's tonight. It's something I planned and I'm going to do. So I can use the future with the present continuous. Tonight I am meeting my friend. Excellent. C. Wait. You to the station. What do you use there? Wait. You to the station. I'm going to help you out, okay? The idea. Awesome, guys. We'll drive. Excellent. I'll drive. I will drive. Why? Because it says wait. So it's a snap decision, right? I wasn't thinking, I'm lazy at home, but then I see you going to the bus stop and it's raining and I say, wait, I'll drive you to the station. So it's a snap decision. Fantastic, guys. Next, this one's easy. The English lesson at 8:45. The English lesson at 8:45. Easy peasy. The English lesson starts. Awesome. Simple present. Why is it simple present? Because it's a timetable, right? It's scheduled to start at 8:45. And awesome starts because the English lesson is singular. Great job. Next. My sister in April. My sister in April. The verb is the verb to see. What's the sentence like? My sister, in April. I like what I see. Perfect. I am going to see. Excellent. Why is it I am going to see? Present continuous. Future with going to. Why? Because it's a future. It's a planned future, but it's something that it's not immediate, right? So I have a planned future, an intention. So I am going to see you guys. Fantastic. Now, G. F. Look at the clouds. It in a few minutes. Look at the clouds. It in a few minutes. Look at the clouds. It's fantastic. It's going to rain in a few minutes. Awesome. Why is it the future with going to? Because even though it's a prediction, I have evidence, right? I can tell by the clouds that the rain is coming. So because I have evidence, because I have facts to support my prediction, I use the future with going to. It's going to rain in a few minutes. G, listen. There's someone at the door. The door for you. Listen, there's someone at the door. The door for you. Excellent. I will open the door for you. Again, snap decision. I wasn't thinking about this. I didn't plan, but I have decided and I'm going to do it now. So it's a snap decision. I will open the door for you. H. What? At the party tonight. What? At the party tonight. Now question format, right? What? at the party tonight? Excellent, guys. What are you wearing tonight? What are you wearing at the party tonight? Fantastic. Present continuous. It's planned, but it's a near future. It's about to happen. What are you wearing at the party tonight? Fantastic. Gabriel, next. On page 75 now. It's the same exercise, but we go to the next page. It says, I haven't made up my mind yet, but I think something nice in my mom's wardrobe. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I think awesome. I will find. Snap decision again, right? I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm still considering. I will find something nice in my mom's wardrobe. Next, hurry up. The conference in 20 minutes. The conference in 20 minutes. What's the answer there? You guys are fast. Awesome. We're facing it up. Yes. Begins. Hurry up. The conference begins in 20 minutes. Why is it begins? It's scheduled, right? I have a timetable. I saw the time the conference starts. So the conference starts in 20 minutes. Okay, my horoscope, look, horoscope says that an old friend this week. My horoscope says that there is only one left, and then we'll be done with this exercise. Excellent. Future for predictions, right? My horoscope says that I will meet an old friend this week. There is no evidence. It's just a prediction. And finally, letter L, how much I spent on my computer. You would be shocked. Pay attention. I have decided, I have planned not to tell you how much I spent on my computer. So what future would I use there? You guys are fantastic. You get everything right. I'm so proud of you. I am not going to tell you how much I spent on my computer. You would be shocked. I am not going to tell you. Why is it the future with going to? Because this is a decision I planned. I decided not to tell you. So I am not going to tell you, okay? Great job, guys. So clear, fantastic. Please, Gabriel, can you move on to the next? Okay, fantastic job, guys. The future, I think it's clear, right? No questions? Okay, you guys rock. Now we're going to change to the second topic of our class, which is phrasal verbs, okay? Now, I don't know how much you've heard about phrasal verbs in the past. So the first thing, I just want to present to you the general idea of what is a phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are very common in the English language, right? In English, it's very common to see a verb that when you add a particle, a preposition, a different word to this verb, you're going to entirely change the idea, the meaning of the verb. Maybe it's because the English language is so simple that they end up coming up with different verbs from nowhere, from nothing. Instead of making an entirely new word, they just add a suffix, a preposition, and then they change the meaning. I don't know, but in English it is very common. You have a verb, and this verb has lots of different meanings according to what you add to it, okay? So that's the idea behind a phrasal verb. Phrasal verb are phrases that indicate actions. Phrases, yes, because you have more than one word, right? They are generally used in spoken English and informal texts. But some of them are so typical, so common in the language that they are used even in formal language as well. It's not that they are a slang, something that has to be informal. Sometimes it's used in the formal language as well. Examples of such verbs include turn down, come across, and run into. Now, as we were saying, you have the verb to turn, which is to turn, right? I'm going to turn right, I'm going to turn left. I'm not very good with, but I did it right. I turn right, turn left. Perfect. This is the verb to turn. But when I say turn down, the meaning is completely different. When I say to turn down something, I might be saying simply no. You make me an offer and I turn down your offer. I said no to your offer. Or I can say turn down the volume. It's a different meaning, right? To come across. Come has a meaning. To come across has a different meaning, right? By accident. So you add a different idea to it. The same thing with run into. Run into. It's the topic for our class because today we are specifically discussing phrasal verbs formed with the verb to run. Okay? But anyway, examples of phrasal verbs where you have two words, the verb and a preposition or an adverb. For example, to get up. To get has one meaning, right? I got my car at the shop today. But to get up means you're staying in bed and you get up from bed, right? So I get up 6 in the morning. To go through. Go is to move in a direction, right? To go through is to see something from beginning to end. I went through a crisis last year. To write down doesn't really change the meaning, right? To write down, to put in a piece of paper. Okay? You also have phrasal verbs that deal with more than two words. You have a verb, you have a preposition and an adverb, and then you have one extra word. For example, you have the expression to look forward to. You have the meaning of look, right? You have the meaning of forward, which is in advance, but then you have the phrasal verb to look forward to, which means to wait with anxiety. When I really want something to happen soon, I say I'm really looking forward to graduating. So it's a phrasal verb. To put up with. To put up with means to stand, to accept a situation that you don't appreciate. So I have to put up with my brother's disorganization. Or I have to put up with my mom's complaints. It means that I have to stand. I have to accept something I don't like particularly. Okay? So are you okay with the idea of phrasal verbs? Verbs that are formed by adding different particles and then they come to a totally different meaning. What's important to talk about phrasal verbs is that not often you can guess the idea of the phrasal verb by taking the words separately and interpreting them. Sometimes the meaning you get to the end has nothing to do with understanding the verb and then understanding what the preposition says. Sometimes it helps. Like we were saying, to look forward to, I can get the idea because to look is to see something ahead. Forward is in the future, right? So I'm looking forward to, I might get to the idea of waiting with anxiety. Sometimes we can guess, but sometimes it's not possible. So it's important to know that to understand a phrasal verb, you really have to get the meaning of the expression as a whole. You can't consider it piece by piece because many times it won't work. Okay? So let's go to the next slide. We have an exercise, and like I said, we are going to study phrasal verbs related to the verb to run. Okay? So I'm going to give you 4 minutes for you to do this exercise. It's from your book. I just have it there to make it simpler. But please take your books in hand and do the activity. You just have to match the expression, the phrasal verb with the verb to run to its meaning. Okay? 4 minutes. Go. Guys, are you done? Have you finished? Let me know, okay? We still have a minute and a half. Come on. Okay, you guys, can we correct it? Give me a yes or no. Can we correct it? Let's check your answers. Oh, okay. Okay. Excellent. You guys are giving the results already. Awesome. Let's take it one by one, okay? But excellent. You guys never disappoint. It's 100% accuracy rate. Fantastic. But anyway, let's check it. Yesterday, I ran across an old friend of mine. To run across means to meet by chance, right? When you meet someone, when you encounter someone, but you did not plan ahead for this to happen, you say you ran across, okay? So yesterday, I ran across an old friend of mine. One thing that it's important to remember for the verb to run, guys, is that run in the past is ran, but in the past participle, it's run again, okay? So it's run, ran, run. Next, the police ran after a gang this morning. Ran after, you see, this is one of those situations when if you get the verb and the preposition, you kind of get the feeling of what it means, right? To run after, to go after means to chase. Excellent. The police ran after a gang this morning. The police was chasing, was searching for a gang this morning. Letter C. Dad is angry because my brother ran away from school last week. Ran away. Ran away means to escape, right? To leave a place secretly. You didn't tell anyone, but you're running away. It's kind of the same idea as escape, but escape would hold the feeling of being imprisoned, right? Of being closed, incarcerated. And run away doesn't necessarily mean that you are imprisoned. It only means that you're doing something secretly. You're escaping secretly. So, ran away would be to leave a place without letting anyone know. The thieves ran away with the entire bank's money. Now is to escape, right? They had the police after them. They were being chased, but they got to escape. Very nice. So the thieves ran away to escape. In 2002, the president ran for his second election. Now, to run for here means to be in an election, to be able to take votes in an election. So, to run for would be to stand for election. What are the candidates running for the next presidential election? Running for meaning a person who's going to stand the chance of being voted in an election. Perfect. Yesterday, a lorry ran into the wall near my house. You know that lorry is a British word for truck, right? Americans would say truck. Yesterday, a lorry ran into the wall near my house. So yesterday, a lorry did what? Collided, right? Collided with the wall near my house. We've run out of drinks. We've run out of drinks. It means that you have no drinks left. They are over. So to run out of drinks means to come to an end, right? You have nothing left of that object or of that thing, right? So it's to come to an end. We've run out of drinks. There are no drinks left. The drinks came to an end. And finally, don't let the kids alone on the street or they'll get run over. To get run over, the idea is someone's driving a car and they run over a person. So, it would be to drive over. Okay? So, as you can see, expressions with the verb to run are very common. Do you need the sequence? Check with me. It's D, E, G, F, H, A, B, C. Is that correct? If you have any questions, let me know. Okay? If I am going too fast, let me know. Don't feel embarrassed. Just let me know and I'll slow down. Can I move on? I just have an overview of phrasal verbs that are formed by the verb to run with different prepositions, adverbs to complete the idea. Some of them were in the exercise, some of them were not. As you can see, we have many phrasal verbs with the verb to run. So, you have to run down, to decline in number or size. The battery has run down. It needs recharging. This is something we say every day, right? The battery has run down. Again, important to notice that in English, it's very common for the past in irregular verbs. It's very common for the past to be the same as the past participle. So I want you guys to notice that with the verb to run, that's not the case. The past participle is the same as the base form, as the infinitive, right? So you have run, ran, run for the past participle. That's why in that sentence you have the battery has run down. Okay? Then you have to run on, to continue without interruption. The discussion ran on for hours. Ran on and on and on and on when you want to emphasize that it never stopped, right? To run over, to look at something quickly. Remember, we were talking about the reading skills? So, to run over is just to go over quickly. We'll just run over the main points again. We'll just discuss the main points very quickly. To run over. To run around, to be very busy, doing lots of things. The child ran around all day in the garden. Ran around doesn't necessarily mean they were running around, right? It means they were busy. They kept on doing different things all day long. To run against, to oppose towards something or somebody or something. Luck was really running against you yesterday. Remember we were talking about election? Someone is going to run for school representative. He's going to run against the other candidate. Okay? Trump is going to run against Hillary Clinton in the next election. So run against is to oppose. To go against someone in an election, in a debate, whatever. Run into, to experience something unexpectedly. I've run into a difficulty with the project. Remember, here it's not necessarily a person. To run into can be a situation, a scenario, a crisis, okay? It just means that you were not expecting that to happen. To run away, to leave a place, or to leave somebody. The prisoners ran away from the prison. Across, to run across, to meet or to find unexpectedly. I ran across my friend I ran across an old friend last week. To run after, to chase. Remember the police was running after the gang. And to run along, to tell somebody to go away. Run along now. Go away. Let me be. Okay? Run along now, children. I am busy. So this is just to give you a general idea on many possibilities that we have of phrasal verbs with the verb to run. Gabriel, next. So now we go to the next activity, exercise 2, where you have to complete the sentence. You have to consider the expression, the phrasal verb, but you also have to consider the verb tense. Okay? So, mind the phrasal verb, but also mind the verb tense. Because we're running out of time, I am going just to go over and you guys are going to have to answer me really quickly, okay? Otherwise, I'll just come out with the answer. So, the senator will not the next presidential election. What's the expression with run that we are going to use? The senator will not the next presidential election. The expression there is to run along, across, after, to run away. What's the expression? The senator will not run for. Very good. The senator will not run for the next presidential election. To run for when you are going for a dispute in an election. Perfect. We will have to buy some more snacks. We've no more snacks left. The snacks have come to an end. Very good, but we've run out, okay? Remember, run, ran, run. So we have the auxiliary verb to have, but the form of the verb is run. We've run out of them. Great, guys. My best friend was by a motorcycle last month. How sad. How shocking. My best friend was by a motorcycle last month. Run over. Very good. I had to brake. Remember, I'm driving. I have to brake suddenly. And the car behind crashed into me. So I had to brake suddenly, and the car behind ran into me, crashed into me. Next, yesterday I was walking at the mall and back to the, okay, 2 options. Okay, attention. Yesterday when I was walking at the mall, simple past, okay? I was walking at the mall, I ran across my cousin, okay? So just to remind you, run the present, ran the past, but the past participle is also run. So here it's not the past participle, here it's the simple past. So simple past, I ran across my cousin, okay? F, my dog is always chasing. My dog is always chasing cats. What's the idea there? My dog is always my dog is always running after cats. Fantastic. And the last one. The security system of U.S. jails doesn't allow prisoners to This one's easy. The security system of U.S. jails doesn't allow prisoners to run away. Fantastic. We're done now, guys. Very good. If you have any questions with the phrasal verbs, you guys can ask me, but I think you guys nailed it. Fantastic, okay? Moving on, I am now going to explain to you guys your homework for next class, okay? You have a second text. We did the first reading, right? The reading about the big cities. But now you have a second text on page 75. You're going to read the text on page 75 and 76, and then you are going to answer the activities. Number 1, go back to the text and highlight 8 words that you did not recognize the meaning. 8 words that are new to you. Afterwards, with the help of a dictionary, find a synonym to each word and provide their translations into Portuguese. Guys, so you're going to find 8 words, according to your own knowledge, 8 words that were new to you. And then you are going to do this activity. When looking for words in dictionaries, you guys no longer need to have the printed version of a dictionary. You can use the internet, right? But if you have a good dictionary at home, you might use it as well. So, 8 words that are new to you, and then you put there with a synonym and the translation. Number 2, judge the following sentences true or false according to the text. Correct the false ones. Standard reading activity, right? Are the sentences true or false? And if they are false, write down the true statement. And number 3, answer the following questions in Portuguese. Again, if you'd rather do them in English, do them in English, because you guys are definitely able to answer them in English. Which measures are being planned by European countries to reduce the reliance on fossil fuel? Remember we talked about reliance? Reliance is dependence. So the European countries depend on fossil fuel. What are they doing to change from fossil fuel to something else? That's easy, right? We know it even though we haven't read the text yet. But anyway, remember we even studied the expression over-reliance, when you rely too much on something. So our community nowadays, the world community, depends too much, relies too much on fossil fuel. So that's an over-reliance. And B, why is the Brazilian city of Salvador cited in the text? Again, reading the text, find the answer and put it there. Guys, I want you to know that I am available for questions, suggestions, extra explanations. And you can write me on the email english@collegioantares.com.br. So if you have anything you want me to correct and answer, you want to write a composition in English and you want to send it to me. Remember the previous exercise, exercise 6, that you had to make a summary of the first text? If you want to write that to me, I promise I will correct it and send it back to you. So you can write me in the email english@collegioantares.com.br. Okay? As you do the homework, as you study the topic, if any questions come up, let me know, because I can address your questions in our next encounter. And beginning next week, you guys are also going to have meets with teacher Luciana. Okay? We're going to let you know everything about it throughout the week. Thank you very much. It's always very nice to be with you guys. You are fantastic. You always surprise me with how good your level of English is, okay? Have an excellent Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. Either way, be it a Valentine's Day with a romantic company, or be it a Valentine's Day with friends and family, that's also awesome. And I'll see you guys next Friday, okay? Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy it. Bye bye.